Hello to my Spanish friends and readers in Spain. I'm Mitch Albom. I'm author of the new book, The Magic Strings of Frankie Presto. It's about a musician from Spain, so I thought I'd have a classical guitar here with me. I'm so glad to be able to just say a couple of words. My publisher asked me if I could send a message, and I sure would like to. The story of Frankie Presto, or whose real name is Francisco Presto, is a story of a child born to be a musician, the favorite son of music itself. He's born in a burning church in Villareal, Spain. He grows up in Spain before he's ultimately sent to America, where he becomes a very famous, almost rock and roll star, an Elvis Presley-like star. But at its core, he is a Spanish musician. He is a Spanish child, and all of the influences of his life that matter are from Spain. And in making the book, I traveled to Spain to try to be as accurate as I could. I went to Villareal, the actual town where Francisco Tárrega was born and raised. Tárrega is a shadow of the book throughout, and Frankie is born actually in the cathedral right next to where Tárrega grew up. And even though Frankie Presto in the book is a fantastical character, a magic guitar player with a magic strings and a magic instrument, everything else that happens in the book is real, especially the stuff that happened in Spain. So I was able to go to and use the accurate sites that are in the book. For example, the actual basilica where Frankie is born, which burned during the Spanish Civil War. The actual river where Frankie is thrown into as a child and floats down in a little crib until a dog saves him. The cemeteries there, the Museum of Francisco Tárrega. I was shown this by a wonderful tour guide named Jacinto, who showed me all of the areas, explained the wonderful history of music and classical music in Villareal and in Spain in general. And no matter where Frankie goes in his life, when he drifts away from his classical upbringing, from his Spanish upbringing, from the love and the purity of the music in Spain, that's when he gets in trouble. And ultimately, the story leads him all the way back to the very end, and even near the statue of Tárrega, which sits there in the middle of Villareal and which is integral to a very, very important scene in the book. So Spain is throughout this book, Spanish music is throughout this book, and the love and the passion that is part of Spanish musical history is a backdrop of this book. So I hope you enjoy it, but more importantly, I'd like to say thank you to the people of Spain, to the culture of Spain, for providing such an inspiration. I listened to the music of Francisco Tárrega every morning when I wrote this book, and his spirit and the spirit of guitarists, of which there is such a long tradition in Spain, are in the pages of this book, and I hope you find them when you read it. Thank you for taking time to listen to me, and thank you for the gift that you've given the world of the music that is a small part of the magic strings of Frankie Presto.